So we're officially live. Woo! All right, we're live. Tight. Okay, boom. All right, so with this lecture, this lecture is a special, very special lecture. Today, I'm calling this the Day of the Dog Coins lecture as it relates to the predictions of a very intelligent genius named Mental Stamina. You can go to this is his Twitter right here. Mental Stamina, but I first heard about, Dogecoin through him and also Shiba Inu coin. And if you follow, let's see, we're going to talk about the history of Dogecoin. We're going to start off with the history. All right. Now, he predicted both of these before Elon Musk did on both occasions. I first heard about Dogecoin back in like early 2018 from Mental Stamina. This guy right here, he told me about it, right? And then he also told me about Shibu Inu this year, and that was right before Elon Musk, announced his tweet to the world. I go to that right here, and yeah, so Mental Stamina, he also, his first name's Tyrone. He's a genius. While the most of the masses are chasing the high market cap coins, he's been leading people towards, these, amazing kind of like cult following coins. So we're going to talk about the Doge meme over time. For those, we're going to talk about NFTs today. We're going to be explaining a lot of terms. Also shout out to everybody that's supporting with the Matrix posters. The TTM dictionary is going to be coming very soon. We're going to be dropping TTM dictionaries, but so we're going to do a bunch of vocabulary stuff too. We're lucky enough to get a copy of one of the early dictionaries. So we're going to be going through terms in that as well in the future. But we use Wikipedia a lot on this site. Now, okay, so the Doge meme. Maybe I will zoom in so it's a little bit more legible to people. All right, so this will probably be more of a fun experience now that it's more legible. All right. I don't think I was thinking about that in past lectures. I was just thinking about me reading it. All right, but it doesn't look that interesting. So now everybody can read it. All right, good. So yeah, there it goes. Now, okay, so Doge is an internet meme that became popular in 2013. The meme typically consists of a picture of a Shibu Inu dog accompanied by multicolored text in Comic Sans font in the foreground. The text, representing a kind of internal monologue, is deliberately written in a form of broken English. The meme is based on a 2010 photograph and became popular in late 2013, being named as Know Your Meme's top meme of that year, a cryptocurrency based on Doge. The Dogecoin, which we'll be talking about today, was launched in December 2013, and the Shibu Inu has been featured on Josh Wise's NASCAR as a part of a sponsorship deal. Doge has also been referred by members of the United States Congress, a safety video for Delta Airlines, a Google Easter egg, and the video for the song Word Crimes by Weird Al Yankovic. Very amazing artist. Definitely check his spoofs of Michael Jackson. Very funny. Toward the end of the decade, the meme saw a resurgence in popularity. Several online polls and media outlets recognized Doge as one of the best internet memes of the 2010s. All right, and let's actually see that NASCAR. I know it's not going to show the actual one, but maybe it'll show it if we go to his page. Phrases in which the word is almost always one of five modifiers: so, much, many, much, and very, and the departure from correct English to use the modifier with the word that it cannot properly modify. For example, much respect. So Noble uses the Doge modifiers, but is not proper Doge because the modifiers are used in a formally correct fashion. The Doge version would be much noble, so respect. In addition to these phrases, a Doge utterance often ends with a single word, most often wow, but with amaze and excite also being used. Since the inception of the meme, several variations and spin-offs have been created, including Liquefied Doge, a variant wherein the dog's shape is morphed into other animals, and Ironic Doge, a version where the dog's character is put into ironic, uncharacteristic situations. The Ironic Doge memes have spawned several other related characters, often dogs themselves, one of which is Cheems, another Shibu Inu, who is typically characterized by a speech impediment that adds the letter M throughout its speech. Walter, a bull terrier character who is typically portrayed as liking monster trucks and fire trucks, is another commonly reoccurring ironic Doge character. These memes are most presently on subreddits like Doge Lore. One meme which became popular in 2020 was Swole Doge versus Cheems, in which a muscular Doge and a baby Cheems are depicted as something considered better in the past and its modern version, respectively. All right. So, origin and pronunciation. Kabosu, the female Shibu Inu featured in the original meme, is a pedigree puppy who was sent to an animal shelter when her puppy mill shut down. She was adopted in 2008 by Japanese kindergartner teacher Atsuko Sato and named after the citrus fruit kabusu because Sato thought she had a round face like a fruit. Another Shibu Inu featured in the meme is Suki, a female belonging to photographer Jonathan Fleming from San Francisco. His wife had accidentally put a scarf in the wash, making it shrink. He took a photograph of Suki wearing the scarf outside on a cold night in February 2010. Kabusu was first pictured in a 2010 blog post by Sato. Afterwards, variations of the pictures used overlaid Comic Sans. Texts were posted from a Tumblr blog, Shibu Inu Confessions. However, the use of intentionally misspelled Doge dates back to June 2005 when it was mentioned in an episode of Homestar Runners puppet series. The meme began to grow in popularity after it was reused on Reddit in October 2010 in a post titled LMBO, look at this effing Doge. All right, so I'm going to finish this paragraph. So some of the other characteristics used in the meme are based on photographs of real dogs. Cheems is based on an image of a dog named Baltz from Hong Kong. He was adopted at the age of 1 and was 9 years old in 2020. Walter is based on the Bull Terrier Nelson, who originally became popular in 2018. All right, so I'm going to skip ahead. Now we're going to flip to Anubis right here. So this is the day of the dog, and it's, as far as memes and, people like writing on the walls, we can go back, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, um, and, that's a lot of the whales out there. They're basically, they all are pretty much worshiping, in particular types of lodges and sects and groups and things like that that are using this mythology. And so we're going to talk about the mythology of Dogecoin and Shibu Inu as it relates to Anubis as well as the sciences of mental stamina that were able to pick up on the kind of memes that many of them being generated by the otaku alt-right culture. He was able to pick up on on that stuff because a lot of the meme culture actually kind of originates from the Japanese otaku kind of hyper conservative gangster culture. If anybody remembers, a young man actually assassinated a a leader in Japan, with an actual sword, and that was a really really crazy event in history. But yeah, so the alt-right actually emerged from that. The alt-right emerged from the actual kind of Japanese stuff that's kind of predating a lot of things in American culture or Western culture in general, as far as like societal that kind of culture, kind of led to the rise of Trump. But the crypto was happening at the same time. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So yeah, so now I'm going to flip over. We're going to talk about the stocks. We're going to get focused on that. So we just did a little background on the history of Shibu Inu, and boom, now we're going to actually talk about the stocks. All right, just clearing the room out of people that are reverted to Anubis. One of the cool things about this Anubis thing I was noticing is that they're not whitewashing him like they usually do with Google. Google pretty much only shows like a lot of whitewash stuff, but there's a lot of brown and black representations of Anubis in Google. Maybe because he might have a negative connotation when people try to translate this particular ancient African pantheon, and they try to translate it to whatever kind of polar pantheons or different pantheons they have. All right, so we're gonna flip to DTM Academy, but once again, we've got a. I'm gonna be talking about mental stamina. This cat right here. This is mental stamina. All right, so he's been within the hip hop community. He's there's a lot of people that get the term genius applied to them in the hip hop community, but I would say this cat right here, mental stamina, his work is very very important, very very similar work. As far as rap, his new album that's coming out, I'm actually doing a music video for. It's called Nikolai Tesla actually, and his work is really really amazing. Definitely check it out. But yeah, he predicts a lot of the altcoins, and the Shibu Inu dog kind of emerged in a way from the that kind of alt-right movement that kind of started in Japan in the 90s, more so, kind of merging out of a Yakuza culture, because a lot of times the Yakuza tend to be conservative. But so as far as the memes, we just went through the history of the Shibu Inu. All right. Now let's go back to this. So these are Shibu Inu, right? This is a particular breed of dog, and this is what everything is based off of. This is what they're talking about. All that stuff I was reading about. It was kind of getting boring. They're talking about this dog. So this dog is a very popular breed, and this picture is just a very very famous picture. The way the dog is looking. So we're going to be talking about this in the lecture today, and let's go flip around. All right, so we're gonna scroll up and down. All right, so we're starting up here. All right, so Crypto Lab USA, we're gonna have like Crypto Lab USA T-shirts and all types of stuff coming out. But this cat in the corner right here, Mental Stamina, you see his face right there. This is the guy, this is the genius that's predicting all these things before Elon Musk. So that's actually the center of this lecture. The thumbnail is going to be like, Mental Stamina and Elon Musk, because, Mental Stamina has been, telling people about these coins before Musk. So like I was saying before in 2000 and like very, very early 2018, Mental Stamina, this guy right here, I'll enlarge. Uh, Mental Stamina, he put me onto the fact that Dogecoin is slept on, and it was way way in the zeros, kind of like how Shibu Inu now is, and and that's kind of why Shibu Inu now is really popular, because it's almost like the new Dogecoin, because it's got a lot of zeros. That's what's very very important about this. It's got a lot of zeros, right? You can see all these zeros. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is about when he put me onto it, when it was at 2, right? And then if we go to Shibu Inu coin today, I'm gonna type right here. I'm gonna type Shibu Inu, oops, Inu coin. So we'll see like market cap. All right, so like Shiba Inu coin market cap. It's a good place to see coins if you're looking. Right now it's at 65, but you know today it spiked way higher than that. It spiked all the way up to let's see, let's go to 1 day view. It spiked all the way up to about 96, right? And now it's dropped back down to a whole bunch, right? But yeah, so you know that's in 1 day it spiked like over 200%. So we're gonna look at that, right? So let's see. Here we go. So let's start. All right. Now let's see. How are we on time? There we go. So all right. So it says yeah. So 7 hours ago it says we told you about Shibu Inu coin months ago before Elon. This is why we don't recommend regular stocks, swag anymore. Thanks, Mental Stamina, for the initial genius tip. All right. So this is TTM stock market analysis, scratch notation investing theory. So you know, just TTM is you know a system of music notation for scratching, but it can be translated into numerous things as well as helping understand the stock market and being able to understand it as if it were a scratch. So like if I'm going to click on this right here, as you can see, you know, this is what happened today, earlier today before it went even higher than this. We'll show the actual graph, the more updated one, but as you see, it's coming all the way up, right? Like that. So it's going forward, back, and then it's like a tear, it's a pause, and then it's another spike. So these are like chirps, you know, and that's when people make a lot of money. And if you sell right here, people can make a lot of money for that, you know, and they can buy back in here, then sell again here, like that. So it's like at the end of these stabs are, you know, where people are making the most money, right? And then if we click on this other one, as far as Dogecoin, did the same thing in the same day. So that's why this lecture is called the Day of the Dog Lecture. You know, with the you know, referencing you know from the history of the dog, as far as you know Anubis and you know people you know looking at dogs as the guardians of the underworld, stuff like that. You know, there is a tinge to the crypto world having underworld ties and stuff like that, and that's how and you know the kind of meme culture, anime kind of culture that drives a lot of the Reddit crowd because this, you know, as it was saying in the YouTube, in the description on Wikipedia, you know, it was saying that you know that it was happening in the early 2000s. So you know, a lot of this comes from the 90s and Japan, just this kind of culture. So, you know, as far as like fanatics and even GameStop and stuff like that, all these things that are happening, a lot of it is based in, you know, the kind of Reddit communities and very kind of fanatic kind of communities that are online communities that are able to become whales themselves, as we've spoken about in other lectures, and actually be able to contest the 1% themselves. So that's why a lot of these coins are very much like on the kind of radical kind of tip, where it's like people are kind of like punk rock. You know, it's kind of like a punk rock type of thing where it's like people are going for the meme kind of culture. And you know, I believe back in the day, Tyrone. Let's see. I believe Tyrone actually had. Let me click on Tyrone's thing. Wait, let me click back over here. It's on another opening. Let's see. So yeah, whoops. Let me flip this. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna just scroll down. All right. Oh, look, that's funny. They got the Masonic thing. They're trying to sell me within Facebook, live on Facebook. They're trying to sell this you know the compass and the square thing. You know the ruler. But yeah, that's funny, right? But as far as that though, you know, I should type a scratch Illuminati. Let's see, scratch Illuminati. So nobody ever sends me gear. I gotta buy gear a lot of times. You know, but as far as scratch Illuminati, I definitely want to cop some scratch Illuminati stuff. because it's looking really ill. Like this Mixmaster Mike thing that Scratch Illuminati has. This is sick, right? This is sick. This is so sick. I'm definitely getting one. So if you're seeing this Scratch Illuminati, I'm definitely gonna get one of these. This is crazy. The Mixmaster Mike edition is crazy. I'm a big Mixmaster Mike fan. So shout out to Mixmaster Mike. You know, and one thing I really like about Mixmaster Mike's style is, it's just very heavy in the tweak scratch and melodic stuff. Very melodic. Sick. I'm getting one of these. So yeah, so to Scratch Illuminati, if you're seeing this, I'm copping one of those. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm copping one. That's crazy. That's totally crazy. But so let's get back to the lecture. But let's go back to where we were. So one of these. All right. So we got yeah. So if anybody knows, CJ Torres' crew's been harassing me. This gentleman, one of his S9 is he threatened to possibly harm me in person. So as I've been saying before, I've got a lot of trolls and all these people harassing me and stuff like that. It's kind of messed up. It's a lot of bullying, and I'm one of the few black males in this, scratch game, this modern scratch game. We're kind of getting boxed out of our game. So once again, the Moorborg conference is happening later this year. All right, that's the Moorborg conference. If you'd like to be a part of it, it's gonna be a Zoom kind of a conference. Then holler at us about it this year. So was popping off. So let's go back. Let's go to here, Crypto Lab USA. Now we're gonna start off. Shibu Inu is on our list of great super small market cap cryptocurrency altcoins, right? So once again, shout out to Tyrone, aka Mental Stamina, for telling us about this crypto stuff. So this is a crypto lecture. This is a lecture on a history of these dog coins, because this is the day of the dog. They both hit over 200% today. So we got Shibu Inu hitting 214%, Dogecoin hitting 173%. So and really that's counting 24 hours. But if you count a little bit before that, it's gained a whole bunch more in the past week. But even in the past day, they both got over 200%, right? Even getting up to 300%, and we're gonna go into that later. Yeah, so we're scrolling down, going back 7 hours ago. We told you all a clip from this morning when both Shiba Inu and Dogecoin passed 100% in one day. Right, so we're gonna look at these. So this first one, so you can see it right there. I'm gonna click right there. I'm gonna click on this. You can see this one. You can see all these graphs. Look at that, 173%. That's nuts. You can't. That's not happening in the regular stock market. That's why, who knows, in the future they might be trying to, make some type of Chronicles of Riddick type of thing where it's like, crypto baron overlords, flying over peasants, seriously, But like any David Lynch fans out there, like Dune, I don't know if any of y'all seen Dune, where it's like different types of societies living in different types of some people having futuristic, technology like Chronicles Riddick, and then some people living in kind of Babylonian times, or kind of ancient times or whatever. So you never know. But so we're gonna look at this. So we're gonna look at Crypto Pro. Let me open the window, get a little bit of fresh air. Whoops, knock that down, put that back. All right, so yeah, so Shiba Inu, it was all the way at 2. Earlier in this lecture we showed that it was all the way at it had 7 zeros and 2. Now it's at 6 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, 3, 3, and today it got all the way to 6 zeros. So, these coins that back in the 80s, these would have been, seen as penny stocks and unsafe and stuff like that. But those were a similar thing. But what's happening with crypto is that it's, blockchain technology, so it's all verifiable. It's not, there's a way less fraud that can be done with it. Usually in cases of crypto that are dealing with fraud, it's more of website things that are happening and, people getting locked out of accounts or things like that. It's not the actual crypto itself. That's why, the crypto is safe. We're going to even go into how much does USA invest in cryptocurrency? So they train it to just us. I'm trying to try USA. All right, all the more than house know, difference between USA and US. But so let's see how to buy Bitcoin legally. No, I'm trying to see the market. How much all of money is in Bitcoin? See, I really want it by country. How much? Let's see. How much do Americans invest in crypto? That's what I'm trying to find. So yeah, I said just 8% Americans. I've seen figures. That was 2018. So when the first boom happened, early 2018, it was at 8%. By 2019, I believe it got to like around 12%. But let me find the actual thing that I'm looking for. So let's see. How much does U.S. government have, or how much Bitcoin does USA government own? Yeah, there we go. So that's what I was trying to find. So various departments of the United States government have held and or currently hold Bitcoin, primarily acquiring it through asset forfeitures in legal cases. About 69,000 Bitcoin, and right now Bitcoin's about $60,000. So that's a pretty big number. Type, multiplying 69,000 times 69,000. That's a lot. So that's a lot of money on Bitcoin. But yeah, so now we're gonna go back. So yeah, so it says yeah. We told y'all about Shibu Coin months ago before Elon. This is why we recommend regular stocks, swag. We don't recommend regular stocks, swag anymore. All right. So you can see way back. We're gonna click on these once again, right? You can see that reverse engineer of how all this happened, and we're gonna go backwards. All right. So you can see that. Look at that. This is all from memes. So the important thing to understand from this lecture is that Shibu Inu is a joke. I mean, Doge is a joke coin. This is a joke. And there's billions of dollars on it, billions and billions. The market cap. So you can see the market cap is, it's the Shibu coin market cap's hidden. But let me click on like Dogecoin. All right, so let's go down to Dogecoin here. All right, and you can see the market cap is 11 billion. So that means there's $11 billion on it. So for people who don't know what a market cap is, here's a definition term. So market cap is, basically all the money that's on it, right? So, Dogecoin was at, 9 cents, but today we just saw it hit 48 cents. I mean, 42 cents. We just saw it at 42 cents. It's even gone up more and down since then. But yeah, so let's keep going back. All right, and now we're going to go back to, this is what I'm looking for. So it says Shibu Inu is in our list of great super small market cap coins. We posted that, and this is a screenshot of it. We posted that on March 2nd at 8:43 a.m., right? And that's the main gist of this thing. This is when Tyrone put us onto it. Mental Stamina, look out for his album, it's coming soon. Look out for Mental Stamina. So he was, putting us onto this. And it's really, really sick. So basically if you put like $500 on it, it's like it went up pretty much 100 buy today. I mean, in general, 100 buy in 2 months. So if you put $500 in it, that turns to like $50,000. You know, and you put like, if you had put 5,000 on it, that's like $500,000. I mean, it's crazy. The numbers are crazy, right? Very, very crazy. So yeah, so it says that was back in on March 2nd, right? And then Elon Musk tweeted about on Twitter. He tweeted on March 13th, right? 11 days later, right? So, right, we'll see. Whoops, where were we? We were on this one right here. Whoops, maybe we're on this one. Nope, maybe it was this one. Maybe the window got closed. But yeah, let me flip back to the Elon Musk, and I'll just end it on this. So yeah, this is really about the future of of crypto and all that type of stuff, and NFTs and things like that. So we're gonna scroll down a little bit, and we're gonna talk about the NFTs and whatnot. So we see rap icon Nas could net 100 million when Coinbase lists on the Nasdaq. That just happened. I guess just now, just yesterday, I believe, right? And it actually went down a little bit, but I think it's a good buy. Coinbase is definitely a good buy. So now let's skip over the Shibu stuff. We talked about Shibu Inu enough, but this is Tyrone, preaching the Shibu Inu gospel. He was onto it before everybody in the hip hop community. And hip hop community is the dominant form of culture right now, as far as the culture that kind of weaves the world together. So it's kind of important, these people that are disseminating the information first. So the NFT exclusive NFTs, we see NFTs are in the news. It stands for non fungible token. And as far as a non-fungible token, fungible means that the public can actually buy it. So they're not accessible to the public. They're only accessible like art, like fine art, like as you would sell a painting or something like that, or you would sell your car, or you would sell a property or something like that. You can sell it privately, right? And so these are and they can be any price. So they could be one that's worth $2, one that's for $1 million. If it's an auction, then any price is possible. So yeah, that's basically what NFT is. It's just basically you can digitize anything and sell it within the blockchain. And for those that don't understand what blockchain is, blockchain technology means that you can basically store all the information from the past within that thing. So it's a type of kind of Mandelbrot kind of fractal thing going on as far as data storage. And the U.S. postal system has some patents. I'm not gonna say because there could be infinite numbers of patents for blockchain voting systems. But blockchain voting is definitely the future. Also, shout out to Paperboy Prince, who's running for mayor. Right now he's running for mayor of New York. Tyrone, aka Mental Stamina, who this lecture is about, his visionary foresight on the Shibu Inu coin and Dogecoin before that. With his insight, he was able to really, bring Paperboy to really high levels, getting in, like Gucci ads and magazines and covers of magazines and stuff like that, all types of fashion magazines. So he's a visionary manager as well as kind of a crypto guru. So yeah, shout out to Mental Stamina. Yeah, so let's get back. So his project Medusa Phoenix is coming out this year, so definitely check out his album. He's got Mykah 9 on his album. He's got like so much. Like I'm gonna type Mental Stamina album. So Mental Stamina album. I'm gonna type Mykah 9. So for those that don't know, Mykah 9 is a very famous rapper. I don't even know where to find it. Maybe I have to go to like SoundCloud, because Mental Stamina could be used a lot. So SoundCloud, whoops, .com. I'm gonna type Mental Stamina. let's see. I don't have to sign in. So mental stamina. So for those who are Crunk Tesla fans, I rarely go to my SoundCloud because when SoundCloud came around, I'm like, this is just too much. They're trying to get everybody to skip around on different websites and having to build a whole new fan base all the time while they puppeteer everything. So I think it's better for everybody to stay on YouTube and places where not worrying about. I'm not even worrying about that chat room stuff. You know, but yeah. So this is Mental Stamina, right? So this is the track that Medusa Phoenix. This is his album Medusa Phoenix that's coming out. And he's got shout out to the whole Black Magic 363 posse. He's got Cambatta on it. He's got Cambatta on his album. He's got Mykah 9. Like it's crazy. His album is totally crazy. All right, I'm just gonna play a little bit.
Transporting valuables with a 9 on each side like a tractor trailer semi. Automatic, full to static, for the classic, thought you had it, but it's in my clutches. Should've trusted, but you fucked it, steady signal interrupted 10 times. I bet another brother set him up, submission hold. Never let him up, grapple throw. If he swings, you'd better duck. Aiming at moving targets, trigger control. What a marksman, running at full speed, dodging bullets, hurtling over stationary objects. Thought I would never win. Reach the final boss on level 10, metal sparking. Find the right bullseye, deliver destiny to his destination, devil's barking. Pistol grip kind of tight, line of sight. Tomorrow I'll rewind tonight. Angels bite veins like vampires. Whenever I tell my truth to anyone, I'm called a damn liar. I've seen the strangest sights, an alien riding a kid bike, a werewolf howling at midnight. There's a limit to what men might do when they want what's due. Ugly hearts fall in love like Casablanca too. Beautiful monsters who won't enter inside without an invite. You can be polite, but please keep them out your life. Those creatures need your light, so don't let those beats inside. I'm not escaping, I'm contemplating another way back in. Now referencing Wimbledon, yet I'm penciling equations that factor in Venus's backspin. I'm all in when it goes down, I'm the captain of the ship. A 3-word question, but
All right, killing it. He's killing it. So that's Mineral Stamina, the cat that put me onto Shibu Inu and who put me onto Dogecoin. And definitely check out. He's got a video coming out soon. We're gonna drop that too. So we're gonna be turning up the notch on the amount of stuff that we drop. We're gonna be dropping a lot of stuff now. We're gonna be using the power of the web and all these free tools to be able to connect with people. We're going to be talking about a lot more hip hop too at TTM Academy. We're just like how we've been breaking down scratches, we're going to be breaking down, rap structures and rap flows and lyrical transcription methodology. So this decade is going to be a lot more lyrical transcription methodology, juggling stuff. Past decade, we're just kind of pretty much going through just scratching, focusing on the microcosm and of scratching, the microcosm of not even phrase scratching, which kind of bleeds into juggling. We were just focusing on non-phrase scratching, just sample scratching. So now that we've been focusing on just clicks and mostly open fader stuff, since most people emerge ontologically from closed fader scratches, we're going to be going into not just open fader stuff now, but faderless and phrase scratching. So this decade, we're going to be focusing mostly on phrase scratching and juggling, and reverse stuff, backmasking. All right. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now we're going to go into the cultural parts of that. I was just showing you a teaser from his album. Let me go to the crypto part, and I'm going to show you, so we're talking about NFTs, back to NFTs. Now it says, know your rights. You can make an NFT of someone. Can you make an NFT of someone else's art? And that raises legal questions because that's been happening. It's kind of like if somebody, makes a digital picture of you and, they start selling it. Are they allowed to do that? Or taking one of your pictures off of Facebook and selling it? Now, if you have heard of the galleries in New York, like for instance, they have been selling NFTs of a lot of different types, but even before that, just with pop art and Warhol, people have always been selling other people's art, but even going beyond collage, just to like the actual Warhol level of pop art, where he was just selling the actual, Campbell's soup imagery, and different logos and things like that. All those things come into question. So NFTs are kind of doing the same thing. They just made the first tweet on Twitter into an NFT, right? So human robot Sophia sells 12 seconds for almost 700,000, right? And that was an NFT. So this means this is a limited edition. They can make a series of them. People are making NFT albums. They're making all different types of NFTs. So we're probably going to make an NFT of the music video when it drops. I'm directing the music video. I've directed over 80 music videos. You can find that at Vampire Killer Vivo. Let's see, those are all 2K Canon joints. But now I'm on 4K, Black Magic. But I'm gonna type Vampire Killer Vivo to all the Vampire Killer friends. Uh, this video here I actually directed for my homie Tess for Ed Banger Records. That's probably So shout out to Pedro Winter. Definitely shout out to Pedro. Because he was able to fly me out to Japan for the Skater Girl. Where I first came up with the idea for Skater Girl. I'm gonna type Skater Girl because Skater Girl movie's dropping this year. Trailer's coming soon. Skater Girl. Let's see. Facebook. I'm gonna go to type this. Check the coded way. Skater Girl. So I'm gonna go to photos right here. So let me go to home right here. So yeah, Skater Girl's dropping this year. This is a pre, giving you CJ is just like his whole crew's trying to come for me just because Raspon got called out, right? Yeah, so let's see. Some fans want to replace. All right, so I'm gonna click on this. Now this shout out to Busy P once again. He got me out here. He hooked me. Took in Osaka from then, but that's where the concept for Skater Girl emerged. She kind of hooked me up, more like a grant with Miller Genuine Draft. And I'm vegan, so I was like, whatever, I don't think I would, if Oscar Mayer tried to hit me with some dough, I don't think I would take dough from Oscar Mayer, but, I was like, yeah, I'll take some dough from beer company, right? But yeah, so let's go back. Yeah, Skater Girl's dropping, so let's go back to where we were. So we're talking about NFTs. So the guy who sold a $69 million NFT thinks NFTs are pretty dumb. Yeah, right. He's laughing to the bank, So these are just articles we posted. You can find this branch of, Turntable Broadcasting Network. Crypto Lab USA is NFT news, crypto news, and all different types of altcoins and regular coins. But we've got a list of our top like 50, really like our top 40. So, and we pretty much just go with the top 40. We might add a new coin maybe every other month. We try to kind of do like Coinbase and not add a lot of coins to our recommendations. All right, so Professor Kenny Schrader is here to teach you more about NFTs and put the crypto critics in detention. Art news. All right, and Teslas can now be bought for Bitcoin. Elon Musk says so. Now you can buy a Tesla. You can buy a Tesla car with your coins. Now I don't know if that actually includes being able to buy like the solar panels and his flamethrowers and different generate like the like the home generator. I believe like they have the house generator that connects to the roof panels. They have the roof panels, all that stuff. So who knows if you can do that yet, but you can definitely buy the cars with it. That's pretty interesting. So he's just put, as we spoke in last previous lectures, he just put down 1.5 billion Bitcoin on it. He put 1.5 billion on Bitcoin. So very, very smart man, and he got in at around $41,000. It's already at over $60,000 now. It's at 1 trillion now. It was still in the hundreds of million when he got in, because he knows that as we saw before, the zeros climbing up on Shibu Inu and Dogecoin, the zeros as they go up, he's eventually going to be the richest person in the world. He's eventually going to beat Bezos, because I don't think Bezos put that much money down on crypto, right? Because he was richer than Bezos for a second earlier this year, but then when crypto collapsed, uh, or something collapsed. No, maybe it was the regular stock market, because crypto's been popping. I don't know, but let's see. So MF Doom, rest in peace. My wife and I were just playing one of his. She had a playlist. She's a big MF Doom fan, and she was playing it on Halloween actually. And that was around the time he died. He died on Halloween, and we were just realizing that, like, wow, we've been playing it all last year. We were playing it. She made this playlist, and she had about four of his songs. Most of his, mostly instrumental stuff. From the like the mashup albums with the Sade and all that type of stuff. So rest in peace, Doom, once again. But Doom made his own NFT, so that's why I was saying that NFT can be anything. All right, so let's go back to this. A collective made NFTs of masterpieces without telling the museums that own the originals. Was it a digital art heist or a fair game? So we're just going over the general titles of these, right? Because when I interact with the internet, most of the time I'm not clicking on all these things. I'm just taking in the information of what's happening on generally within the culture. So collecting NFT art, you see that they can basically, these art pieces can basically be anything. For the people that are just coming in, NFT stands for non-fungible token, and that can basically be anything that the public isn't open to buy all at once, like a stock or a coin, or a crypto coin, or a crypto token. Um, and for those that don't know the difference between a token is built off of another coin. A coin, it can be on its own. A coin could be connected to another coin, but a coin can stand on its own, where a token has to stand on another coin. All right, so yeah, so let's see. So Dogecoin at $10. Dogecoin $10. That hasn't happened, but maybe that'll happen in the future, right? But as I was saying, that this whole point of this whole Doge thing, you see, it's gone up 1,000%. Even this was even a long time ago, on March 20th. It had already gone up that much, and today it just went up 200%. So who knows what's going to happen in 20 years? In 20 years it may go up, 1,000,000%. So the people in the future that are investing in these coins, they may end up being, like I was saying before, like Chronicles of Riddick, like crypto barons. There may be a developing class, just like with, the gold rush, or, different types of things that change society, even credit, credit cards, people giving out credit, that's when a lot of inequality started really happening with Reaganomics and trickle down economics. When they started giving everybody the credit cards, that's when people start, and a lot of the derivatives, and even going back to the gold standards being taken away early before that, in the mid-century of the 20th century, those the gold standard being erased kind of made it more so that people are riding off of derivatives and mathematics, and so mathematics are a very, very important part of today's stock world and coin world. So at TTM Academy, we go by the mathematics of these events, and we just look at the waves pretty much. But knowing what's happening in the popular culture is very important. So it says NFTs are hot. So is their effect on the Earth's climate. All these generators actually cause a lot of energy when people are mining coins. They're basically going to have computers creating coins through, like, networks around the world, and it generates a lot of heat energy and a lot of just electricity in general. So a lot of people call it unsustainable. Bernie Sanders just came out against Elon Musk, saying that that it's unsustainable what he's doing. But I think it's interesting, one, that Elon Musk is the richest African American in the world. If you talk about things from a legal standpoint on paper. But I think he's going to soon be the richest man in the world. So one of our top favorite coins, Basic Attention Coins. So Basic Attention Coins doing really, really well now too. That's another one of our So an even more playful term in the crypto revolution. So there's just a lot of people selling. This is one of the early crypto pieces from NFT pieces, I believe, from last year. But yeah, like I was saying again, rest in peace, MF Doom. He has a NFT that is really really sick. It's like a 3D. So an NFT can be an actual rendering. Like this is kind of like an AutoCAD kind of 3D thing where you can look at the mask from different angles, right? You can look at the mask from different angles and turn the masks around in a 3D world. So somebody bought this. I'm not sure if he just sold one or a bunch, but he's got this as the NFT. And so we're gonna be we already dropped the TTM coin. We haven't launched it yet, but it was created in early February. The TTM mint coin, and we're gonna be dropping the TTM NFT very very soon. Very soon some TTM NFTs. All right. So, but I'm not gonna give the exact details of all that, but until we drop it. And shout out to Mile High DJ Society for carrying the limited edition versions of the Matrix posters. And once again, the Matrix can be used to understand stocks as well. More so the Fatalist Matrix, as far as stock combinations and possibilities. Here's a meme. All this talk about NFTs has me thinking that maybe I treated you like a mutually interchangeable asset instead of the non-fungible beauty you truly are. And I get it. The emotional gas costs were just too high for you. Anyway, hope you're good. Let's link sometimes. Don't blockchain me. So like I was saying before, the blockchain is kind of like a fractal Mandelbrot set where the farther and farther you get down, you find the same things, or you find a deeper and deeper world. It doesn't stop like when you zoom into a Mandelbrot set. So now with crypto, what's happening is it's kind of like how DNA works as well, where you're saving your ancestors. Every kid saves the ancestors' DNA from the past in their DNA, and through transgenics, and things like that, people have found that the DNA can be crossed through horizontal gene transfer, like from a mosquito bite, through ancestors, through past relationships. So, horizontal gene transfer, mitochimerism. We'll talk about these things. These are all different ways that DNA can pass. Now, DNA can also pass in epigenetics, and that's through ancestors. So epigenetics, epigenetics is the science of traits passing through ancestors. So I'm going to type epigenetics, and that kind of helps us understand blockchain. But with epigenetics, I'm going to type it epigenetics. So with epigenetics is the study of changes in organisms caused by modification of gene expression rather than the alteration of the genetic code itself. So, so you can think about it like this. People are passing on DNA, but they did a study where there were a bunch of rats or mice, maybe, and let's say there were mice, and what happened was they would have have roses, the smell of roses, and they would do something bad to the mice, like maybe they would get shocked in the maze or something happened to them, and there would be the smell of roses, and they were able to pass down that smell of roses and fear being associated with to the offspring of the mice. So that's what epigenetics is. Passing on traits that were that happened, during the life of that being or animal or plant, possibly. So blockchain works in a similar way where every transaction from the past is stored inside of that transaction. So it's kind of like if you get a dollar bill from the ATM, imagine if that dollar bill had the history of every single dollar bill that was inside of that dollar bill. I mean that had ever that ever happened. So like if somebody used it in Iowa, and then they drove to then the person at the store drove to California and used it there, and somebody in California flew to Florida and used that dollar bill there. That dollar bill would store all those transactions of where it went within the dollar bill. So that's what blockchain is. That's what crypto is, and that's why it's a very secure. I'm not gonna say it's not dangerous as far as being risky, but it's a very secure infrastructure because the infrastructure always copies itself within itself. So that's why more and more people are adopting it. Coinbase just came out on the regular stock market. Things are getting accepted by society. But in 2018 and late 2017, when people first really started investing in it, as far as the average person, and it became really famous, people were scared of it. And now, I guess XRP just won their lawsuit, so things are getting even more accepted. All right, and let's go back to here, because we're going to talk about Grimes in a second. All right, so Twitter founder Jack Dorsey is auctioning off the world's first ever tweet as an NFT, and the bid may be as already high as 2.5 million. All right, so what is an NFT? Why are people paying millions to buy them? We've been talking about it. So let's go to Grimes made an NFT. So people, this is just all NFT craze kind of stuff. All right. So a Beijing museum is staging the world's first major crypto art show featuring artists named and Beeple, a lot of NFT artists, right? So, the NFT craze is taking over the whole art world. So NFT can be in anything. NFT could be, a picture of, if somebody's a photographer, it could be their photo art can be translated into a digital picture that goes inside that kind of coin. Like I was saying, a coin that stores all the information from all the old coins inside of it. But an NFT is different because it's just a digital coin that's in a blockchain, but nobody else can access it. Because you can tell coins to do all different types of things. Many coins have different properties. Most coins do pretty much the same thing. It's just more of a popularity contest. And I was explaining to that. I got a friend that's in Russia. He's from America. Shout out to Spencer, Felicitos homie. He was asking me about, what do I see NFTs? I mean, what do I see crypto coins as being? And really, it seems like it's just a popularity contest. So, like, if Kanye West has a Facebook page, that's got 50 million people, maybe next week he's got 58 million people, and that's the same thing with Bitcoin. It's just a popularity contest. Whereas with a company, it's a lot more risky for the long term. It doesn't have as much ceiling because a crypto coin has an infinite ceiling, while regular companies don't have an infinite ceiling. They just like Microsoft and Facebook, they're going to have to, if they've already cornered the market, they have to wait for new babies to be born, or they have to invent some new technology or merger and acquisition, some type of company. They have to, do all those types of things to be able to expand their market cap. But with crypto, it's just a popularity contest. So market cap can just go on a whim, just like GameStop. So the whole game, the reason we've been telling our students, we've been teaching crypto stuff since 2017. You can go here to TTM Stock Market Analysis for just stock stuff, and you can go to our crypto tips at Crypto Lab USA. And we, when it's crypto, we forward it with the TTM stock stuff, because this is all TTM stock market analysis theory. This is all, my mathematic theories based on wave dynamics, based on physics and calculus, right? I did well at derivatives on the test, but I couldn't do a derivative now. I totally can't remember. Yeah. Let's see. So, this is, once again, this lecture is about Tyrone, aka Mental Stamina. I was playing some of his music. Let's play another track of his, right? But, yeah, so I'm going to play some more of this song.
Yes, take traction grip, action clip activists, acting in victory is promise, but don't forget to factor in failure. They call us big rigs, transporting valuables with a 9 on each side like a tractor trailer. Semi-automatic, full of static, for the clock, what you had it, but it's in my clutch. You should have trusted, but you fucked it, steady signal interrupted. 10 times, I bet another brother set him up submission. Hold, never let him up grapple. Froze, if he swings you, better duck up. Aiming at moving target, trigger control. With a marksman, running at full speed, dodging bullets, hurtling over stationary objects. Blood is thicker than water. Well, if not, then I'm quick to correct to show love. I'm the ultimate plug. Nikola Tesla. Spit with the best of the best is my honor like Bushido. If he beats me, he's a monster. Cause I was born to conquer. Promise I will never let him win. Straight to the hole. Ain't no checking him. Ice the ball, won't pass it off. Thomas Edison, but then I let my flag fly. Flood the light of my past lives. I pray for the bad guys, the black bird and the magpies. Limited edition.
exactly. So yeah, that wraps this lecture up. Oh no, actually no, I didn't get to the grime thing. I'm gonna get to the Grimes, not Grime the music, but Grimes the artist. All right, so we were warning y'all about about um, a lot of things in the game, but yeah, whales are mad that that regular people are able to come back together and make their own whales. But yeah, here we go. This is what I want to show you about this Grimes thing. So yeah, we regret to inform you that Grimes just sold 5.8 million worth of her own NFT crypto art in less than 20 minutes. I'm a big Grimes fan. I always drop Grimes songs. Really, her one single, that one that's like dom 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 dom, where they're on the beach with the swords and all that stuff. What's her name? That rapper's in the video. But yeah, um, I think this is dope. I don't know why this magazine. I guess they feel it's cool to diss her or something. But I'm a fan of her music. But yeah, I see she's visionary. That's visionary. All this stuff is very new. Who knows what NFTs are going to be like? You know, 200 years from now, because 200 years from now, 500 years from now, people are going to be like, wow, digital art's going to be ancient. So yeah, so I'll end the lecture on that note. I just want to show you that Grimes thing, but the NFT craze is very, very big. All right. So, all right. Peace out, y'all. And shout out to Mental Stamina for predicting his album's coming out soon. He's got Cambatta on it. Cambatta, from the Black Magic 363 posse. He's got Cambatta on it, got Mykah 9 on it. He's got some cats from his hometown of DC on it. So, it's a crazy album. And this video, Nikola Tesla's coming out soon. I did that video with him and when he was, still with the Paperboy campaign, since, Mental Stamina's moved on to crypto and, you know, uh, really, really taking his students to higher levels as far as coin amounts and things like that. He's a very, very visionary coin scientist, right? He's a coin guru. So yeah, shout out to Mental Stamina. All right, so yeah, so this is an update to the lecture. I was just about to upload and export the lecture, but yeah, it went up even more. So once again, Mental Stamina, he's a genius, right? He predicted these before Elon Musk, and you can see it was at 82 buy, right? It was up 256%. I'm saying 82 buy since he put everybody onto it before Elon Musk. 82 it's at 82 buy now, so you can see it's 256% up, and then today it went all the way up to about 500%. Actually, it actually hit 500%, and then it just made a big giant drop. So if you're trying to get into Shiba Inu, this is a very good time because you can see it just had about like a 250%, really about 300% drop. All right, that's a huge drop, a 300% drop. The bounce back from this drop should be pretty significant. It might not go all the way back up, but it should be pretty big, right? So I'm on Team Hold right now, but yeah. All right. So if you're trying to get this coin, you can go to Trust Wallet, but you have to use Ethereum to buy it. Pretty much, you're gonna have to send yourself some Ethereum to a Trust Wallet. You're gonna have to sign up for this place, Trust Wallet, and then you can buy it there, right? But right now, if it goes back up to where it just was, up like 250%, that's a lot of money, right? So people are some people might have retired off of this morning, right? Yeah, we're gonna do some calculations, and basically, this is the lecture about why Mental Stamina, aka Tyrone Norris, why he was, a visionary genius in being able to discover, Shiba Inu before Elon Musk made the tweet about Shiba Inu. And, so today went up about 500%, but it's gone down a whole bunch. So um, it went all the way up about 3 decimal places since he recommended it. When Tyrone recommended it, it was at um, uh, seven zeros in the decimal place. It was at 0.00000002. Now it's at 0.000003. So now it's just got five zeros, but before it had seven zeros. So that's basically 300 by increase. So that's 300 times increase, right? 300 times. So that means any number you take, you just multiply that times 300. That's how much you would have made if you listened to mental stamina, right? So I'm gonna do. Let's say you had listened to Tyrone on in February, and you just put, let's say you just put $500 on it. So I'm gonna put, let's just say let's say $100. Let's say you had listened to him and you put $100 on it. You're like, I'm not too sure about this crypto stuff. I'm just gonna put $100 on it, and let's see what that would have been. So let's do times 300. You would have made $30,000 if you put if you had listened to him. This was when it was at seven zeros and a one, right? That's so you would have made 30,000 bucks, right? And let's say if you had listened to Tyrone and you said, you know what, I'm gonna put a G on it, and you had put a G on it. This is how much you would have made if you had put a G on it in February when he was saying buy it, when it was all the way at seven zeros, negative seven zeros and a one. I'm gonna do times 300. So you would have made a very, very large amount of money. You would have made $300,000, right? Now, if you had listened to Tyrone and you said, "Oh, I'm gonna put 10 racks on it," and somebody had put 10 racks on it and they really trusted it, that 10 racks would have turned to times 300 by, whoops, do 10,000 times 300, and you would have had a whole lot of money. So that's one, two, three. Whoops. Let me see. I think I did that wrong. So 10,000. So that's 10,000 times 300 because it went up 300 times. All right, that's a whole lot of money. So look at that. So that's six zeros, right? Six figures. You would have made $3 million. So if you had listened to Tyrone in February of this year, and you said, "Oh yeah, I believe in you, Tyrone. I'm gonna put 10 racks on Shibu Inu," you'd have $3 million right now. So yeah. So listen to Tyrone in the future, aka Mental Stamina. All right, peace.